Poltergeist, a film directed by Tobe Hooper and produced by Steven Spielberg. A movie that knows what you're afraid of. A movie that will haunt you. Hi again everyone, Scott Player Pop Cult fan here, and in this video I'm going to be reviewing yet another classic horror film, one that I have a lot of respect for, and one that, I really enjoy watching at least once every year around this time in October. And the movie I'm about to review is this movie right here, Poltergeist. They're here! So yes, Poltergeist. This is a movie that I consider a classic. This is a movie that I've watched quite a few times now. And what's really interesting about this movie is there's a lot of talent behind this movie, because you have Tobe Hooper, who directed the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre film. Tobe Hooper directed this movie, and surprisingly, this movie is PG. This movie is PG because back in the 80s, there was no such thing as PG-13. It was just PG, G, and rated R. This movie is PG, surprisingly. And the composer, Jerry Goldsmith, he's a great composer. He's a really good film composer. He did Planet of the Apes, amongst other movies. He did one of the Psycho movies. He's done a lot of scores, and I think his score for this movie in particular, Poltergeist, it's one of his bests, in my opinion, next to the Alien movie and Planet of the Apes. And what's interesting about this movie is, like, the lead actress, the little girl, she actually, she died shortly before the third film came out. And, it's sad, there's a lot to be said about what happened on set, because I've heard of the filming process being possibly cursed or something like that when they were making this movie, and it's it's interesting. But yeah, it's a movie that, with the whole suburban setting and this kind of spirit just sort of attaching itself to the house and just traumatizing the family, especially the kids, and that iconic image that you see on the DVD cover of Heather's character, putting her hands on the TV saying "they're here," and it's a classic scene, definitely very creepy with the way that the scene played out within the film. And also, this movie was also produced by Steven Spielberg, which, I think that's very interesting. So, yeah, there's a lot of talent behind this movie, and Craig T. Nelson, he plays the dad in this movie, and he's great in his role as the dad. And, there's a lot of interesting things about this movie. I like how there's kind of the poltergeist, like the spirit, it kind of uses different things that all the characters are afraid of. Like, for example, there's this one clown toy that I think the son is afraid of, and the poltergeist spirit uses that to its advantage to scare the kid. And then there's other, like, even the adults, like the poltergeist spirit looks for what they're afraid of and scares them with that. And that's another aspect of it that's really interesting to me. And it surprises me that this movie is PG. And I think for the time when the movie came out in the 80s, I think a lot of the effects for what they did, they're really good. Granted, looking back at the movie now, like, some of the effects don't all hold up watching it now, but this is still a classic in every way. This is a movie that I watch at least once every year. It's a classic, so I really don't have any other flaws with the movie. This is an A. That is my grade. So yeah, that should do it for this review. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you all next time. Peace. This video is brought to you by Scott Player Pop Cult Fan. And all entertainment purposes are just for this video, and no copyright claims will be allowed for this particular video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace!